Welcome back to Will Rev. When you first lay eyes on the 2026 Suzuki Thunder 125, the impression is immediate. This isn't your typical small displacement commuter. Suzuki has designed the new Thunder to feel muscular, confident, and mature. Even though it's a 125 cubic centimeters bike, it carries itself like something much bigger. The tank lines are sculpted, the stance is upright but assertive, and there's this subtle old-school street muscle vibe that makes you want to throw a leg over and just ride. The Thunder 125 sits in that sweet spot of being practical yet aspirational. Suzuki knows its audience here: riders who want something affordable, reliable, and efficient, but also something they can be proud of when parked at a cafe or pulling up to work. It's not just a machine to get you from A to B, it's meant to make the journey enjoyable. The heart of this bike is its 125 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine. Simple, efficient, and proven, but Suzuki has worked on refining its fuel mapping and exhaust tuning to make it smoother and cleaner for the 2026 lineup. The throttle response is sharp enough for quick takeoffs, yet the power delivery remains linear, ideal for new riders or those navigating tight city lanes. Peak power sits comfortably around 11 horsepower, with enough torque to carry 2 riders or a bit of luggage without strain. When you twist the throttle, what you feel is not brute force, but confidence. The gearbox is a 5-speed manual that slots gears with Suzuki's familiar crisp precision. The clutch action is light, making stop-and-go riding a breeze. And while it's not meant to tear up highways, the Thunder can comfortably cruise at 90 to 100 km per hour without feeling like it's gasping for air. It's smooth, balanced, and remarkably composed for a 125. On the road, the suspension setup feels perfectly tuned for mixed environments. The telescopic forks up front and dual shocks at the rear soak up bumps and potholes with surprising grace. This is one of those bikes that feel solid even on less than perfect roads. It won't rattle or feel nervous when the pavement gets rough. The front disc and rear drum brakes offer enough bite for city riding, and the lever feel is progressive and predictable. Suzuki could have gone dual disc for flashiness, but keeping the setup simple helps keep maintenance costs low, something everyday riders will appreciate. Design-wise, Suzuki has really leaned into a mature, timeless aesthetic. The Thunder 125 doesn't scream for attention, but it catches the eye because of its balance. The tank is large, around 15 liters, giving it that long-distance, big bike presence. The seat is comfortable and slightly stepped, offering a clear divide for rider and passenger without compromising ergonomics. Everything feels well proportioned, from the side panels and fenders to the exhaust that now wears a cleaner, brushed metal finish. The 2026 update introduces modern touches that make a noticeable difference. There's a new LED headlamp with a sharp, bright beam pattern, updated turn indicators, and a semi-digital instrument cluster that keeps things simple but informative. The display provides all the essentials: speed, fuel level, trip meter, and gear position. It's not overloaded with tech gimmicks, but it gives you what you need in a layout that's easy to read even under direct sunlight. What's perhaps most impressive is how Suzuki managed to make the Thunder 125 feel premium without pricing it out of reach. It remains one of the most affordable entry-level motorcycles in its class. Depending on region, the 2026 Thunder is expected to be priced between 67,000 to 75,000 Philippine pesos, or roughly around $1,200 to $1,400 equivalent. For that amount, you're getting a real, full-sized motorcycle, not a scooter or underbone, with a strong frame, large tank, and the kind of presence that makes you look twice. The riding ergonomics are spot on for daily commuting. The handlebar is positioned slightly high, allowing a natural arm reach. Foot pegs are neutral, not too rear set, not too forward. The upright stance means you can spend long periods in traffic or take a weekend ride out of town without discomfort. Suzuki clearly thought about everyday usability here. And for new riders, it's forgiving. The seat height is approachable, the clutch is light, and the power delivery is never intimidating. Fuel economy remains a major selling point. With the improved injection system and lean burn tuning, riders can expect 45 to 50 km per liter depending on conditions. That means you could theoretically go over 600 km on a single tank. That's long-haul territory for such a small engine. Combined with Suzuki's solid reliability and wide service network, the Thunder 125 makes ownership stress-free. Another big draw is the customization potential. Enthusiasts have long loved modifying the Thunder platform. Because the frame is strong and the lines are clean, it's become a favorite among cafe racer and street tracker builders. The 2026 model continues that legacy. You can easily swap mirrors, upgrade lighting, or tweak the exhaust for a bit more personality. It's a perfect canvas for riders who like to express individuality without breaking the bank. In real-world terms, the Thunder 125 hits a rare balance. It's light enough for a beginner, economical enough for a commuter, and stylish enough for someone who just loves motorcycles. It's not chasing trends or racing performance charts. It's about being a reliable, enjoyable everyday companion. And that's something Suzuki has perfected over the decades. When you rev it up, there's a distinct note from the exhaust. Not loud, not aggressive, but warm and mechanical. You can tell it's built for riders who enjoy the simple, tactile pleasure of riding a motorcycle. It connects you to the road in a way only a traditional manual bike can. At the end of the day, the 2026 Suzuki Thunder 125 isn't about flashy numbers or cutting-edge tech. It's about honest riding. It's about a machine that delivers consistency, comfort, and character at a price that makes sense. Whether you're a student, a professional looking for a dependable commuter, or a returning rider wanting something manageable yet fun, the Thunder 125 is an easy recommendation. It's not trying to be something it's not. It's confident in what it is: a small bike with a big heart, a reliable daily companion that looks and feels more expensive than it is. The 2026 Thunder 125 continues Suzuki's promise to make motorcycles that everyone can ride and enjoy. So if you're out there searching for a first bike or a no-nonsense urban warrior that still brings a smile every time you fire it up, this might just be the Thunder you've been waiting for.